What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium, and welcome back. I know I did a video last week, and there hasn't really been anything since then. It's just going to be the way that it is. I don't want to say a work in progress, because we know what we're doing here. What it is just when I have time, I'll do the videos. So I'm done sort of promising it'll be each and every day. When I get the opportunity, I will be doing them. Rocking the Toronto City jersey. You know we had to have a Blue Jays bet for today. I've got two bets for you today, one in the WNBA, one in Major League Baseball. If you like this video, feel free to drop a like, drop a subscription. As always, you can follow me on Twitter/X, where I post all of my picks. You can also follow me on the BettingPros app. We're on a 5-game winning streak now, up over 10 units. So let's get into today. We're going to start in the WNBA, and we're going to start with the Vegas Aces at the Indiana Fever. The books and the public have loved the Indiana Fever almost the entire season, and they've been better than advertised. They're 19-17. Caitlin Clark has been, I don't want to say better than advertised, but she's been very, very good. She should definitely be winning Rookie of the Year. And the Las Vegas Aces haven't been quite as good as expected. They're 22-13. They're still near the top of the WNBA standings, but after sort of running away with the league, the last 2 years they're faltering a little bit. But I am still taking the Vegas Aces -3 here today. It's -110. A lot of books have gone to 3.5, so shop around. I got this -3 line at Bet365. Let's dive into the numbers. You've got the Vegas Aces are 10-0 against the Indiana Fever over the last 10 matchup. This dates all the way back to May 30th of 2021. Obviously, much different teams now, but they have played twice this season. Last played on July the 2nd, where Vegas won 88-69. They also played in May, where they won 99-80. Now, I know that doesn't mean a whole lot with the way the Indiana Fever have been playing, but the Fever are 8-2 over their last 10 games. They're coming off, they just beat Atlanta 104-100. They lost to Minnesota previous to that. The teams they've been beating over this 10-game stretch, you've got Atlanta, you've got LA, you've got Dallas, you've got Chicago, you've got Atlanta again. Really the only statement victory that I would say they had was an 84-80 win against Connecticut. That came on August the 28th. You've got Vegas, who was really faltering going into the Olympic break, but since coming out of that break, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. They did just lose to New York, but it was a close 75-71 battle. New York, best team in the WNBA this season, but they beat Connecticut by 5. They beat Chicago by 20, beat Phoenix by 20, and they beat Atlanta by 11. So they're starting to find their groove. I think they are going to have something to prove going into the playoffs, where the Indiana Fever are playing with house money a little bit. They've already done better than a lot of people expected. I think they're actually going to make some noise in the playoffs. I wouldn't want to be playing the Indiana Fever in the first round, but I think the Vegas Aces can take this one -3. You can get that for -110 at Bet365. The other game today, I'm wearing the Blue Jays jersey. You know I had to bet on the Blue Jays. I actually bet against them yesterday. Bet on the New York Mets and lost that bet. Went 2-1 yesterday, and that was the one bet that we lost. I'm not going to pick a side today. I'm just going to take under. This number is at 8 at FanDuel. I always love flat numbers in baseball for over and unders, because if it lands on 8, it's a push, no bet, and I'm always a big fan of that. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays are head-to-head 5-3-2 to the under over their last 10 matchups. They've played, this is the third game of the series. The first game went under. It was 3-2 win for the Mets. Yesterday would have been a push. It was 6-2 for Toronto. And the New York Mets in general are 6-3-1 to the under over their last 10 baseball games. And the Toronto Blue Jays, same thing, 6-3-1. So they've played to the under, like I said, in the first 2 games of this series. On the season, the Toronto Blue Jays are 75-68 to the over, but it's really the pitching matchup here that's going to decide this. You've got Sean Manaea going for the New York Mets. He's 5-0 over his last 5 starts. He's averaging 6 2/3 innings pitched with an ERA of just 3.41 over that time. He just gave up 4 runs to the Cincinnati Reds, yes, but previous to that he went 7 shutout innings against the White Sox, who doesn't shut out the White Sox. Then he gave up 3 earned runs in the 3 previous starts to Arizona, to Baltimore, and to Miami. So he's averaging, like I said, 6 2/3 innings. He's going deep into ball games. And then you've got Bowden Francis going for the Toronto Blue Jays, pitcher of the month for the month of August. He's 4-1 over his last 5 starts with an ERA of just 1.29. He's averaging 7 innings. Over his last 5 starts, he's gone 6, 7, 8, 7, and 7. He just gave up 3 runs to the Philadelphia Phillies his last time out. He still struck out 6, Previous to that, he'd only given up 2 runs over his last 4 starts, which is like over 30 innings. So I really like the under to go here. It's, getaway day. It's the last day of the series. You never know what's going to happen, but I like the offense there. Might have a little bit of sleepy offense. And you've got 2 good starting pitchers going. Like I said, they would have pushed yesterday and gone under the time before that. And I do like the square number, so I will take under 8. You can get that for -104 at FanDuel. So those are my favorite 2 bets for now. One in the WNBA, one in Major League Baseball. Again, you can follow me on Twitter and on BettingPros. I'll be posting more picks and props probably throughout the day, and of course, as we get into NFL football tomorrow. So thank you very much for listening, and let's talk sports.